Hey fire signs, this is following the signs, and this is going to be a collective fire sign reading for my Aries, Leo and Sag awesome peeps. Very strongly, trust. The word trust just keeps coming through. There's something, you're needing to have trust in yourself right now. There's trust is the foundation of your manifestations. Trusting oneself over another right now is highly important. Now, whatever you're working on has got you putting a lot of intention behind it. But I thought that was quite interesting, that word. What is going on for you guys? Optimize your health. In order to optimize your health, begin noticing the frequency of any thoughts that support the idea of sickness as something to be expected and eliminate them from your mind. Very much so. I feel like it's a lot that could be coming towards you that's doubting you or doubting this vision that you have for yourself. Now, we didn't all come down in the last shower. We're very well aware of the powerful energy behind negative thought patterns and how consuming that they can be, that we can almost manifest more of the same bullshit we don't want. Grounding, cleansing, and allowing things to flow. Seeing the Temperance card too. So Saggies, you guys, something's happening and it's requiring your trust because it is going to require patience as well. Devotion, motivation. Really noticing this little fiery redhead here with that circle. You know, that flow. What goes up must come down. The wheel, the world, you know, cycles. But this is a new phase for you. At the end of the reading, we'll pull specific advice for Aries, Leo, and Sag. But this is going to be mainly a little freestyle, but I'm curious to know what it is that you guys are working on here. Well, they came out in the reverse, but we do have here the Empress and also the Lovers. I think this lack of trust has been affecting your ability to even remember who you are at the moment and what you're capable of and what you do have power to move towards, confidence in your decision making. Someone here could definitely have been dealing with someone that was not willing to grow with you. It's basically like a lot of cracked eggs, a lot of non-freshness. Because you could have felt like, you know, I'm sitting on this, I've been sitting on these eggs for a long time and nothing's hatching. But this isn't based on yourself. This is, again, coming back to you in order to trust what you're feeling. If something's not working, you do have a choice here. Maybe some of you have found yourself in something that is causing these feelings and you're feeling like you've made a wrong decision here. What is the Empress in the reverse, please, Spirit? Something that you've emotionally withdrawn from. The Eight of Drinks. Five of Pleasures. Got the Devil here in the reverse. You've released this. And we've got the Four of Tools. You may have retracted your energy in a lot of ways from this situation, but it's come at a cost of depletion. Of, you know, could have been fed a lot of lies about a certain situation, like a lot of cover up, a lot hidden from you to kind of distract you or take you from what you felt to be true already. Someone's name could be Taylor. But I feel like, what's going on with the Lovers? Okay. Aries energy here with the Emperor. We've got the Six of Tools in the reverse, the Tower in the reverse, Five of Drinks in the reverse. Like, you have overcome a lot of adversities previously in your life, and you're seeing things very clearly now. Someone could be born in 1985. We've got the charming Baker Emperor here. Like, this guy isn't afraid to smile, for starters. You could be known for your cooking skills or your ability to, yes, dinner at mine tonight. Like, you like to bring people in together with something that you create. And that was coming in at the, just before I started, was something, that was it. I nearly forgot. So this is like completely random, but I wanted to open the reading and be like, hi, you guys. Now, I don't know if anyone is going to be able to recognize that, but there was a show back in the late 90s called Sticking Around. And it was about two best friends, Stacy and Bradley. And even though they were like quite basic cartoons, they could also bring their own drawings to life. And that really stood out as significant for me here, that some of you have this, you are like a master manifester, but you also have an amazing ability to be able to just create something to, hey, look, I've made bread for everybody. Just bear with me because my children won't be quiet right now. I feel like you are very aware of this about yourself. You know, you've had your fair share of like feeding the wrong people here with the Tower in the reverse. You've also had your fair share of like going into situations and not seeing clearly, looking past, you're really having to focus in on that microscope to get the details of people, to see what it is that you're actually looking at. Oh, you look like such a nice person, but inside you're a narcissist. You haven't found that person that, wants to move things the same way that you do. With this being in the reverse, you're always a blockage. There's always a like, I thought that was it, but it's not. And emotionally, like, you've tried so many drinks that you're at this time, you don't even want to fucking drink anymore. I don't want to drink. I'm fine, thank you. I'll make my own. So some of you could be dealing with a Capricorn or a Libra, Taurus energy here. But nothing was growing in this situation. And that's really, in hindsight, it's been very beneficial for you because you've now been able to remember who the fuck you are. So let's have a look. What's going on for fire signs? Aries, Leo, Sag. Is there anything new coming towards them? Why are we requiring trust, Spirit? Okay. Someone could be 29. Okay, so we've got the mice. We've got the ring. We've got the mountain. We've got the lady. So I am picking up on feminine energy here. It's like there's been always something in the way of you getting the commitment that you deserve. Now, whether that be obligations, responsibilities, other people's baggage, bullshit, other people's influences. But majority of the places where you've been taking your heart and putting your energy have not been able to match it. And I'm recognizing this from Sagittarius reading earlier in the week. So we could have Sagittarius watching me right now. Oh. And like with that, it's like you're looking for commitment from people that can't give back to you. You know, and you kind of feel like, when's it going to be my turn? Looking at the mountain, but it feels so far away. You know, like you could be really wanting to pursue relationships and other things, but you've got all these obligations here that are in front of you and sort of blocking your way forward, being able to do these things. You're a very hard worker, very dedicated to the job at hand. I feel like a lot of you have a lot of responsibilities. You know, this could also represent the person on your mind and potentially why you haven't heard from them. There's a lot that's preventing them from being able to bring anything forward. And they almost feel like what they bring forward might not be enough. What is this mountain? Eight of Pentacles. Got the King of Pentacles here. Queen of Wands, Knight of Wands. Here we are. So we've got some fire energy here. Someone has a lot of passion to actually want to work towards something with you at this time. This person's been busy focusing on their money-making skills, and now they're like, I think I'm in a good place now. But for a lot of you too, like this is startup energy for yourself, this self-trust, trusting that something else will, you know, my dad always would say to me, take care of the pennies and the dollars will take care of themselves. And it's very true. I mean, he tried to encourage me to save, but it didn't work. You know, but you're one of those people that like, you can get up and get something done. And I think we did mention this before, but very open to movement. Like, yeah, why not? Very innovative here with your creative talents and how quick you can produce them, how quick you can evolve something within yourself too. Like this is that, someone's name could start with H. For the first time ever, that looks like a H above her head. I don't know. H could be significant in some way. What is this King of Pentacles? Is the King of Pentacles you or what? No. This is someone that has had a lot of options. This is someone that's like been on a bit of a journey themselves, you could say. Where do I invest? I don't know. I know what I'll do. I'll just work. What do they want with you? This could have been a friend. This could be someone that you've known for a while. They want you to let your guard down with them. They think you've got a bit of a wall up. You know, if you were to have this conversation with them, they may not think that they've done anything wrong. Have they? Have they done something wrong to you, fire sign? Yes, according to you. They were juggling you. Well, they didn't, they were too hesitant. And, you know, I think with all fire signs, it's like, be direct with me. Just fucking say it. You know, like when we think of all those fire signs, you know, we've got the ARIES, the one that's willing to have a crack. We've got Sagittarius, who can really adapt themselves to most situations, if not all. And then we've got Leo, who is just so confident and proud to be themselves. So if you're coming at that energy, you want to be letting them know, because otherwise you may get overlooked. Now, someone could have been so hesitant that you may have not thought they had any interest in you whatsoever. And a lot of you are still single. This person is still single. Maybe you had thoughts about them too, where, you know, surely if they haven't said anything to me now, they've got to be doing something else. What's this Six of Cups? Yeah, some of you could be dealing with an air sign. Got the Queen of Swords here. Honesty is needed here in this situation. You know, someone may have trouble getting in touch with their feelings, with their emotions when it comes to expressing themselves, but there's a maturity here, and someone recognizes that in you too. And she's kind of like, come forth, I wish to tell you something. What's the Queen of Swords want to tell you? We've got the Nine of Wands. We've got Saggy energy here, and we've got the Ace of Cups. It's like someone really held back from offering you something, even though they really wanted to offer you something. And same with you. Like, I feel like this is almost a mirroring energy here with the Wands. What is this Nine of Wands? Ace of Wands in the reverse. Justice in the reverse. Ten of Wands in the reverse. Someone like just released the idea of starting something here because it was too imbalanced. You know, timing. Timing was a factor here. What is this Ace? What do they want? Got Cancerian energy with the Chariot. And we've got the Queen of Pentacles showing up here. You know, there's a lot of growth here within a situation that just has not come to fruition. But someone does admire, you know, these attributes that we've previously spoken about you. What is the Chariot here, Spirit? Page of Wands. Someone could have a child, but someone like wants to come forward with a new offering. It's like a new way of doing things, a new approach. After an ending. Someone may have been tied up with something else here, or had something that was like pulling on their coat when they were wanting to, or when this come about. Yeah, no stability. Someone was very unstable in a connection. Someone could have just ended something for sure. Yeah. Someone's seeing the truth now, though. Someone could have even had a lot of past trauma that they just were not dealing with or understanding, and the meeting of you could have re-triggered them in a lot of ways. Because I feel like, you know, a lot of passionate relationships, like nowadays, people will not always look at them as being longevity. And someone could have felt a very instant attraction to you, instant chemistry, so much so that they were like, this is not good for me. How do you feel about them? Got the Queen of Cups here. Yeah, you've lost a bit of sleep over this, I think, you guys. You know, someone really made you question yourself and your own ability to be able to just be in the moment. We've got the Saggy energy here with the Wheel of Fortune. But I feel like you felt very deeply for this person. And you may have put yourself out there. You may have really thought that this was like your soulmate. coming in for you. But you've been very let down here. And this is, again, that trust, self-trust. You know, does this person self-trust? No. So being in the reverse, I do see you coming out the other side of that now. But this Nine of Swords isn't good. Like, you've stressed a lot over this situation. But I do like that we are dropping from the 10 to the 9 here. You know, you could have really been like, I'm too much. It's me. It's my traumas. It's my stuff. But I really see you as someone that is actively being proactive in your healing journey. You know, working towards stability. Very, like, confident within yourself. Yeah, you released this from your energy. Yeah, some of you definitely dealing with an earth sign for sure. But you had an ability to let it go, to overcome it. You know, like, okay, if that wasn't for me, then it wasn't for me. Like, pick myself up and try again. Just always dusting yourself off. Let's grab another deck here. All right, maybe we just will not try and pack them up. Right, now, where are lights here? I haven't done these in a while. Why is all this showing up for the fire sign today? And we'll get a closing message of advice for each sign. Why is this showing up for fire signs? Ace of Cups again, Queen of Cups in the reverse. You know, you're pouring back into yourself a lot more now. You're like, I refuse to be emotionally manipulated. I can't be responsible for other people's healing. I can't be responsible for other people's emotional regulation. And I refuse to be manipulated. Just try. Just try. I'm really hearing the Wicked Witch of the bloody, of the West. But yeah, some of you dealing with a water sign that, you know, wanted to be in control of this situation. Like, and it's probably based on the fact, like, that they want to protect their own feelings here. But why is that? Why is the Queen of Cups in the reverse? What is that? Four of Wands in the reverse. Disharmony. There's like a change of mind here with the Knight of Swords. It's like someone wants to move something, like they want to let you know that they still are interested. They want to offer you something, but they're not, they still haven't done what's required to do in order to be where you're at. Like someone is a little intimidated by your growth. What's the advice for Aries here? Got the Wheel, again, Eight of Cups, Knight of Pentacles, and the Page of Cups in the reverse. You know, learning how to let go of things that don't work out. You know, knowing your worth, knowing when, and basically knowing when to pull the pin, when to walk away. But this could have been based on, like, don't cancel everything out. Like, he moves with intention. And I feel like slowly but surely, like, what it is that you're wanting is going to come into you when you least expect it. But it's based on all this, this hard work that you've been doing. So keep your focus where it needs to be. And something could slowly be coming towards you here. Sagittarius, what is the advice for Sag here? Advice for Sag. a lot come out there. This is Leo's. I feel like here you've seen everything you need to see, Sag. For yourself, like you've emotionally withdrawn as well. And you could be just feeling like nothing is good enough for you right now. You could have been dealing with a water sign, I feel. I think too, like, don't be willing to settle. We've got the Emperor come up in reverse. Like, don't be easily manipulated or controlled by anyone else's, in this situation, your ability to compromise and adapt, like, don't lower yourself. Remember who you are and stick to your guns. If you're feeling dissatisfaction, well, that doesn't mean that you have to try and look for satisfaction within the dissatisfaction. Just chuck it in the fuck it bucket. Leo, you're really getting out of your head here. There's someone like you're learning now to overcome that distrust with your own intuition. And the hesitancy, indecisiveness. I see you coming really out the other side of it here. And where the sun is in your sign right now, like, get out and try something new. Like, I feel like open yourself up to new opportunities, and that's going to happen for you when you really put yourself out there. Let's get one of these, see what could benefit all right now, and we will wrap it up. Messages for fire signs, what could support them? Bush Iris, learn to listen and accept the wisdom of your inner voice. Bang on. Australian native plant flowers in spring and summer. Blue, purple flowers fall quickly. The rapid procession of flowering and falling, living and dying continues for months. The essence of the bush iris can help you in the face of death. It helps to dispel an associated fears, enable a smooth transition to the other side, and bring a calm energy into that situation. Some of you could be really drawn to like bash flower remedies right now. And I highly encourage you to go do some research. We've also got the Shakti. She is the divine feminine, responsible for all the dynamic forces of the universe, including change and the endless energy of creation with which every living thing is imbued. For spirit warriors, the powerful energy force of Shakti can be assessed. Call on your Shakti energy through meditation, sacral chakra activation, following the moon, exploring your dark side. Caves were also coming to my head earlier, and a lot of shamanic initiations used to occur in caves. Like, something within your shadows is really going to propel you forward. And we've also got the Tibetan singing bowl. So we might close the reading with a third eye. Some of you could be drawn to either getting some for yourself, or maybe somewhere local does sound healing. What frequency are you on? We live in the beta, 14 to 40 HD most of the time. That's the thinking state, which when overworked, anxiety occurs. In alpha, 75 to 14 HC, you're relaxed and in flow. In theta, 4 to 7.5 HC, you're balanced and connected with Earth. Any higher than that, and you're either asleep or the Dalai Lama. Singing bowls vibrate at high frequencies, setting the sense you need for deep relaxation and decreased anxiety. The brain learns to adjust in electrical frequencies each time you practice meditation, giving you access to greater peace. So keep practicing. It really is. And like, even if you find that whenever I sit down and I start to meditate, like all of a sudden I'm not meditating and I'm thinking about things, well, all you have to do here is like not judge yourself and be aware of the thoughts that are coming up when you are trying to meditate, okay? Because they are important. And it's that practice of like being aware of your thoughts when it occurs. Oh, oh, hang on a minute, how long have I been thinking about this for? Observe yourself at the bare minimum this week. I'm going to wrap it up. Fire signs, if you enjoyed this, please like and subscribe. If you're a returning viewer, I love you long time, and mwah. See you in the next one.